Hello and a very warm welcome to all of our wonderful viewers who are joining us for an exclusive Ramzan transmission of Dine with World. And like always, I am your host Ayesha Jamal, and along with some amazing chefs of Serena Hotel Islamabad, we are going to create some wonderful recipes for you that you can cook for your family and friends for iftar. And in the kitchen we have Chef Mansoor with us, and it was a pleasure working with him before. And let's see what wonders he's going to create for us today. Thank you so much, Chef, for joining us.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And what is your favorite dish that you like to eat for iftar?
Actually, the chaats, dahi bade.
Wonderful.
Yeah, the spicy things.
Great. And I'm sure all of us like that as well. And Chef Mansoor is going to create some wonderful recipes for us today. And let's see what he has in store for us. So, Chef, what are you making?
Yeah, we are making appetizer today. First.
Okay.
Okay. So that is dates and nuts bowl.
Okay, wonderful. And like we know that the format of our show is such that in the beginning of the show, we start off with the starter, and that is usually followed by a main course. And our chef has chosen a wonderful element today, which is dates.
Yeah.
And like we all know, it is sunnah to open our fast with dates and waters. So this is something wonderful that you can make for your family and your friends if you have an iftar planned out. So if you really want to make this recipe, we are going on to the recipe card. Make sure you note down all the ingredients. The ingredients for dates and nuts balls are dates 6 pieces, almonds 4 pieces peeled, pistachios 4 pieces peeled, raisins 6 pieces, cashew nuts 4 pieces, desiccated coconut for topping. And now we're back from the recipe card, and as you guys can see that the ingredients are very simple, and I know it's very hard, especially in the summer, to go out and buy certain ingredients. Everything will be available at home. And so Chef, what are we going to do first?
First, we are going to toss these nuts, dry nuts.
Okay.
3-4 pieces almonds.
Okay.
4 pieces peanuts. Some pine nuts,
Okay.
cashew nuts.
And I guess everyone loves dry fruits, so this is something that they're going to like anyway.
And with dates, it will be very, very nice.
I'm sure it's going to turn out absolutely fantastic. And guys, I know that since the weather is really hot and it's very humid, we would suggest that you do take in a lot of liquids. Because whether it's juices or roux afza or plain water, just make sure that once you're doing your seher, you drink a lot of fluid, and once you open your fast, you take in a lot of liquids or water or juice, whatever you like.
Yeah. You can also roast these nuts also.
And would we need some oil to roast them in, or just
No,
as
no,
they
no,
are?
just.
Okay.
We are taking few dates.
Okay. And I guess this is a very different recipe.
Yeah.
And everyone loves eating dates, especially when you're opening your fast. That's the first thing that you eat. And this is something very different. You're definitely going to impress your guests with this recipe. Make sure that you do try it at home. Always give us your feedback. And this special transmission is going to be aired every single day. So every day we're going to bring out a new recipe for you. And especially, Chef, wouldn't you agree that whenever it's iftar time, everyone is really excited. They really want to see what has been cooked. And this is something which is really going to please everyone.
These dates we are going to put inside the oven.
Okay.
For 2 minutes.
And Chef, how long are we supposed to roast the nuts for?
Yeah, for 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay, and that's when they change their color?
Yeah.
Okay. And Chef, wouldn't you agree with me that the main essence of Ramzan is to teach us patience and really thank the Lord for different blessings like food and water?
Yes.
And I think this is something that we should observe every single day of the year, not just in 1 month, but every single day we should be grateful to our Lord for giving us such wonderful blessings.
Yeah, we have to practice.
Yes, exactly. So this is basically what Ramzan teaches us, tolerance. You can see that the color has changed on the cashews. And the fragrance from these roasted nuts is actually starting to fill the air,
Yeah.
and it's a wonderful smell. It's a wonderful aroma. And it's not even that time consuming. It just took us 5 minutes to roast these
Yeah.
nuts. So,
Now we are going to chop
okay.
inside the chopper.
Do we have to finely crush these nuts?
Now,
Or it should be a little rough?
yeah, little
Okay.
rough.
So guys, make sure that you roughly just crush all of these nuts that have been roasted, and it's better if you do it in a grinder or a blender, because by hand it's a little difficult to get that particular consistency.
Now we are going to mix these
Okay.
nuts.
And chef, how long are we going to heat the dates in the oven for?
So 1 minute,
Okay.
30 seconds to 1
Okay.
minute.
So guys, make sure that you heat the dates for 30 seconds to a minute in the microwave oven.
Yeah, until it's softened.
Okay. And you've removed the seeds before?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we basically really just want to coat the dates with
Yes.
these nuts. Okay.
No, we have to mix.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to mix all together.
Okay, great. And it's very simple, and no one has to especially go out into the market, especially when you're fasting, you're really tired, you feel thirsty. I'm sure all of these ingredients will be available in your kitchen cabinets, and it's something very different. It looks absolutely delicious. The aroma that is coming from the roasted nuts is absolutely divine. I'm sure it's going to taste wonderful as well, and make sure you do try this recipe.
Make sure you mash these dates.
Okay, so we basically want a very fine mixture,
Yeah.
which is mashed together. Okay. And guys, you can see that our chef has made a wonderful mashed mixture of the dates and the nuts, and I think he's now going to roll them out.
Yeah, now we are going to make the balls.
Okay, wonderful.
It's a very easy and very simple recipe.
Exactly, and I'm sure it's going to taste absolutely divine. It's something very different, and everyone loves eating dates, especially in Ramzan, and the consumption of dates, I'm sure it increases
Yeah.
to a great amount. And this is a wonderful recipe that you can make with dates. And if you have an iftar planned or a dinner planned, or you just want to make something for your friends and family, something which is different, and this is a great recipe. And it wasn't even time consuming, it was
No,
very
no.
easy to make.
Yeah, very easy. During Ramadan, you are feeling very tired.
Exactly.
So you don't need.
And dates have a lot of nutrients. In case you're having a low blood sugar level, this is going to boost the level of sugar in your blood. You need something sweet in Ramzan, and it has a lot of benefits. It's something very healthy. So make sure that you do eat it, and you do feed it to your kids as well. And usually kids are very excited when it's their
Yes.
first roza, and they look forward to the time of iftari with a lot of excitement, a lot of anticipation. So make sure that you do make your kids try and eat these.
These are the desiccated coconuts.
Okay. And I'm sure this is easily available in the
Yeah.
market.
Yeah, and you can make different color also.
Okay. And
That's-
chef, how did you do that?
Yeah, I used green color.
Okay.
So I mix with the green color. That's
Okay.
it. So
Wonderful.
you can use different colors.
Okay. And kids, they like colorful things, so you can make it
Yeah.
in different colors.
Yeah.
And I'm sure your kids are going to love it.
Making 3 colorful
Okay.
and 3 plain.
I'm sure everyone is going to love this recipe. It's something very different. It's going to taste very nice too. It's very light because usually when we are fasting, we don't like to eat heavy things.
Yeah.
So this is something which is going to be appetizing as well. It's going to be filling too, and it's packed with nutrition, a lot of benefits. So make sure that you do try it. Your feedback, your comments, everything is always welcome. And if you have any requests that you want to make to our chefs, we will be sure to consider them.
You can use cream also.
Okay.
Yeah, whipped cream or sweet cream that we are using for cakes.
Okay.
So you can use with, you can eat with the cream.
So there's a lot of things that you can do with this. And I can see that you're presenting it in a very beautiful manner. And presentation is very important, like you said in one of the previous shows, that we
Yes.
first eat with our eyes.
Even you can use chocolate also.
Okay.
So kids like chocolate.
Yes, yes, they do,
So you can-
definitely.
You can dip that balls in a chocolate sauce, chocolate syrup.
Wonderful.
So they like.
Because automatically they will be tempted to eat it as
Yeah.
well.
Yes. This is our first dish.
It looks absolutely beautiful. Guys, you can see that our chef has prepared such colorful and such a wonderful starter for us. It is packed with nutrition. It was not at all hard to make. It had very simple ingredients.
Yes.
Everyone is going to love it. And chef, you have done an amazing job with the starter.
Thank you.
And I wonder what you're going to make for us in the main course. I'm sure it's going to be something absolutely as colorful and divine as this. Welcome back after the break, guys, and I hope that you guys are still watching our show because our chef has just made these wonderful date and nuts balls, and they look absolutely colorful and divine. I'm sure they're going to taste amazing too. And let's see what he's going to make for the main course. I'm sure it's going to be something absolutely fantastic. So chef, what are you showing us to make?
Yeah, we're going to make tortellini with spinach cream sauce.
Oh wow, and I'm sure everybody loves a cream sauce, and I'm
Yeah.
sure this is an Italian dish?
Yeah, this is Italian dish.
So guys, doesn't that sound wonderful? And do stick around for the rest of the show. We are moving on to the recipe card and note down every ingredient. The ingredients for the tortellini with spinach cream sauce are olive oil 1 tablespoon, butter 1 tablespoon, shallots chopped, garlic chopped, onion chopped, spinach 200 grams, fresh cream 1 tablespoon, salt and pepper to taste, Parmesan cheese 1 teaspoon, mozzarella cheese 1 teaspoon. And for the pasta dough, the ingredients are 100 grams of flour, 1 egg, a pinch of salt, and water as per required. Now we're back from the recipe card. I hope all of you have noted the ingredients down, and like we said before, that the name of the recipes might be a little complicated or difficult,
Yeah.
but the method and everything else is going to be very simple and very tasty.
Yeah.
So chef, please start off and tell us what to do in the first step.
Actually, this is the pasta.
Okay.
So first of all,
And everybody loves pasta, whether
putting
it's
some
kids or grown-ups.
yeah. Some water for boiling.
Okay. And chef, I think this is a very good recipe, especially for mothers who want their kids to eat vegetables,
Yeah.
but they're sort of like fussy. So in a way, you're making something nice. You have the nutrients as well with the spinach. It has a lot of health benefits. So this is something very different, and I'm sure it's going to taste wonderful.
For boiling water,
Okay.
you should add some salt
Okay.
and some olive oil.
Okay. So that's about 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of
Yeah,
olive oil?
yeah.
Okay. And I guess olive oil is a healthier option always whenever
Yes.
you're using oil for cooking.
Until the water boil, we're going to prepare the tortellini.
Okay. And you've made this pasta dough
Yeah,
yourself?
I already made this pasta dough.
Okay. And is it easy to make? For example, if someone is making it for the first time, will they be able to pull it off?
Yeah, we already mentioned that
Okay.
pasta dough recipe.
Okay.
So that is very simple. Just add flour, one egg, pinch
Okay.
of salt, and little bit of water.
And we basically want it to be thin.
Yeah,
Okay. So guys, it's very easy to make, and do make sure that you make everything from scratch, because that thing has more value
Yes.
as compared to something that you just go and buy from the market.
yeah, roll very thin with rolling pin.
Okay.
And make the cube shapes.
Okay.
Like this.
And guys, you can see that once our chef has prepared the pasta dough, it's very easy to make. Like our chef mentioned, you can easily make it at home. Even if you're making it for the first time, it's not going to be very complicated. And just make sure that you thinly roll it out with a rolling pin, and just cut it into squares like our chef is doing, and make sure that they're all the same size.
Yes.
They have to be consistent with each other. And
Yeah.
chef, are you going to make a filling in these?
Yeah,
in the pasta?
just we are adding cheese.
Okay.
Yeah.
And everyone loves cheese, whether it's kids or it's adults. I'm sure this recipe is going to be fantastic.
Put some water on the sides.
Okay.
Cheese on the middle.
Okay. And we're using a mixture of Parmesan cheese and mozzarella cheese?
Yeah, you can use even one cheese also,
Okay.
and you can use both cheese.
Okay. And guys, you can see the way that our chef is folding the pasta. Make sure you do it in the same way as well.
Yeah.
And so basically we're just going to twist it at the top?
Yes.
Okay. So make sure that you make the filling as precise as possible. You don't want the pasta to sort of like rip through. And the water is starting to boil now. So it's not at all time consuming. While the water is boiling, you can easily fill in the pasta. And chef, can you make the pasta dough beforehand? For example, can we make it in the morning and then use
Yes,
it
you
by
can make.
evening?
Even you can make one day before also.
Okay, and then just refrigerate
Yeah.
it. Okay, great.
This is the shape of tortellini.
Okay. This is basically an Italian dish,
Yeah.
right? So if we add water on the edges, this is not going to open?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're using water, so it didn't open.
And can we use an egg wash if we whisk an egg and use it, or otherwise will that
Actually,
open?
no need. No need egg wash, because for the pasta dough, you don't need egg wash. Water is the best.
So it's going to make sure that everything just sticks together?
Yes.
And guys, while our chef is filling the pasta and putting tortellini into shape, we can see that our water has been boiled. And how long does it take for the pasta to be cooked in the hot water?
It will take just 5 minutes.
Okay. So it's basically the same as when we boil pasta or boil
Yes.
spaghetti.
Yes.
And this is something which is not even heavy. And as soon as you open your fast, I'm sure you're not going to feel very full or nauseous or anything of that sort. This is something which is going to be light, is going to be filling, and is going to be scrumptious. And guys, once the tortellini is done, our chef is going to toss these into the boiling water, and he only added 1 teaspoon of olive oil and 1 teaspoon of salt. And make sure you follow all these steps.
I think that's enough. We're gonna put inside.
And guys, one by one, carefully add the tortellini into the boiling water. Okay, so we basically want all of it to be covered.
Yeah.
And pasta always goes very well with the creamy cheese sauce. So there's a huge variety that you can play with, and as you guys can see that in this special transmission we are bringing some quality food and recipes to you, and I hope that you guys do try them at home. And how long are we supposed to leave it in the water for?
Yeah, until it's cooled down.
Okay.
Around 15 minutes.
And guys, this is not at all complicated, and the recipe was very simple. It's something very different, and it looks fantastic. You can see how beautiful the tortellini looks, and it's going to sit really well in the spinach cream sauce. I'm sure your kids are going to love it as well. Everyone loves pasta, especially when it's made in a lovely cream sauce, and our chef is going to use some spinach as well. And once the tortellini has been boiled, make sure that you pop it into a bowl with ice cold water, and you really want the tortellini to cool down a little bit. And I think now we're going to make the sauce. And chef, usually the sauces that we make for Italian dishes, they're very simple.
Yeah. This is also very simple.
Okay. Okay. So guys, for the sauce, make sure you add about 1 to 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Okay. Guys, you can see how beautifully our chef is chopping the onion. And are we going to saute the onion or just fry it a little bit?
We have to saute.
Okay. And I think the onions are the basic element that are going to make the sauce a bit thick and rich. So everything that we're using for the sauce is chopped.
Yeah, sure.
Guys, you basically want to saute the chopped vegetables in about 1 to 2 teaspoons of olive oil.
1 teaspoon onion
Okay.
and 1 teaspoon of shallot.
And it's adding a lot of color as well, the white and the lime green.
Half teaspoon garlic.
And this is finely chopped garlic.
Yeah, finely chopped.
And we can see that all of our vegetables are sauteing beautifully. And the aroma that is coming from the garlic, along with the onions and the shallots, is absolutely amazing. Okay. Because in that way, it's going to make a fine paste, a fine sauce.
You can use the leaf,
Okay.
the spinach leaf, finely chopped and add.
Okay.
Just add.
Okay, so we can just add them as it is. We
Yeah.
don't have to grind them or anything.
Yes.
And all of the ingredients are really just setting very well with spinach.
Fresh cream.
And how much cream are we adding?
About 2 tablespoons, 2 to 3 tablespoons.
Okay. So chef, this sauce is basically going to be the base in which our tortellini is
Yeah,
going to set.
Yes. You can use with tomato sauce also.
Okay.
Tomato sauce or pesto sauce. That that can also use.
And pesto, what is usually used in pesto? I know that you use a lot of cheese and basil.
Yeah, basil, cheese,
And olive oil?
olive oil.
Because some people usually find it a little complicated to make pesto.
Yes.
So can you get ready-made pesto from the market?
Yeah, we can. That is available in market. Some Parmesan cheese, 1 to 2 tablespoons.
So this is basically just going to bring out a lot of flavor.
Yeah. Some mozzarella. Pinch of salt. Black pepper.
And that's about it. And the aroma that is coming from the sauce is wonderful. Even though we've only used just salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil, garlic, these are basically the main ingredients, and
Yes.
onions. And now the sauce is really getting thick.
See, the cheese is showing the
Yes.
layers. So this is the part of cheese. The sauce is ready.
Wonderful.
We are going to add pasta.
And chef, if for example we're making this in a big quantity, we can vary the ingredients along with that?
Yeah,
Depending-
we have to add more ingredients.
Okay. Because I'm sure this is going to taste fantastic, and a lot of people want to make it for a large number of
Yes.
people.
Just toss. The flavor of sauce goes with the pasta, tortellini.
And the best part is that everything was made from scratch, even the pasta dough, and that is basically a talent, and our chef is sharing his expertise with us. So make sure that you do tune into P2E World and you follow along with the recipes, because our chef is creating some quality stuff here for us. And for how long are we supposed to cook the tortellini in the
5
sauce
to 10
for?
minutes,
Okay.
at least 5 minutes.
So you basically just want the tortellini to absorb the flavor of the sauces.
Yes, okay.
And if the sauce gets really thick, can we add in a little bit of milk or cream?
Yeah, you can add some milk
Okay.
if you have some stock, chicken stock, or
Okay.
so you can use chicken stock or vegetable stock.
Okay.
So that can help. This is almost ready. When you are boiling the tortellini, so you should not boil too much.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be half
Okay.
half boiled because you have to add inside the sauce. So we are cooking inside the sauce also.
Otherwise, it would get too mushy
Yeah,
and it would break.
Yeah, it will break.
Okay. So that's a very useful tip that our chef provided us with. So while you're boiling the tortellini, make sure that you leave it half uncooked, because we're going to cook it in the pasta sauce as well. And we can see that all of the ingredients are sort of like merging together now,
Yeah.
and the tortellini is starting to get that color of the sauce as well.
Now it's done.
Wonderful. And now, chef, the most important step according to you, which is the presentation.
Yes. We're going to put some olive oil
Okay.
to shining.
So guys, once you've dished out the tortellini and the sauce into a platter, make sure you drizzle a little bit of olive oil on top of it.
Parmesan cheese.
Okay, is this parmesan? Can we use any form of cheese that we want?
Yeah, you can add. But Parmesan is a basic Italian cheese.
Okay, and it's, I guess, more richer.
Yeah.
It has a very rich flavor. And guys, always make sure that presentation is also something very important. If your dish looks nice as well, then automatically it's going to taste even better and it's going to invite people towards it. So make sure that you present it and take good tips from our chefs. You can see how beautifully he's plating out the pasta.
Nice, ready.
And in a matter of no time, our chef has prepared two wonderful dishes for us, and you can see how absolutely beautiful they look. The first one was an appetizer, which was a dates and nuts balls. It was very easy to make, very simple. You can see how colorful and beautiful it looks. I'm sure it's going to taste wonderful as well. And for the main course, he made a very special form of a pasta for us, which was a tortellini stuffed with cheese, and later on he tossed it with some cream and spinach sauce. You can see how beautifully he has garnished our dish as well, and it looks so inviting. It looks absolutely divine, and especially when you're fasting, you really want to treat yourself, and I guess this is the best way in which you can really reward yourself for staying hungry throughout the day. And thank you so much, chef, for sharing such wonderful recipes with us, and I'm sure it's going to taste wonderful as well.
Yes,
and guys, do give us your feedback, and I'm sure you're going to love the magic that our chef created in the kitchen today. Do tune in every day at 6 p.m. to watch this wonderful transmission, special Ramzan transmission of Dine with World, and do give us your feedback, do write to us. Till then, goodbye.